Yeah, when we first started engaging with SVP, we were still very young. I think we were 3 or 4 years old. We had some good programs going, but we lacked a lot of infrastructure, even things like, what were our company values and HR policies and just a lot of the infrastructure that you need to be able to grow. It was great working with SVP because we needed a lot of help at that point. We were a very small staff. We didn't have a lot of resources, and it was great to identify areas of need of the organization and then be able to ask them, hey, who do you have who can help us with this area, with volunteer management, with developing values, with developing HR policies, with developing our board more. So it was super helpful, especially at that phase where there were so many things that we didn't know that we needed help with, and just having someone to sit down with you and say, all right, let's focus on this together. What's our goal? What's our timeline? Just having that is super valuable. SVP was really the first group we worked with to talk about scaling, and now we work with 600 organizations around the country. At that time, we weren't working with any, but it got us really both thinking big and also getting the little things tuned up in order to be able to achieve big. Also, we were just introduced to a lot of amazing people over the years through SVP. The partners, a lot of the partners got involved with us. Their spouses got involved with us. It introduced a lot of people to the organization, and a lot of those people are still really engaged as volunteers or donors or consultants, informal consultants, formal consultants. And so it really just expanded our network of great people in this community over time. Yeah, I think that SVP is just filling a real important gap in our community to really harness the collective impact of nonprofits and to really utilize people's strengths in ways that they often don't get utilized a lot.
I had learned that SVP was really interested in helping nonprofits with curing their warts rather than us putting on a big impression and making us look like we're better than we were. They really wanted to work on the areas where we were struggling the most. And that interested me because I felt like there were a lot of areas that Wild Plum needed help with. I found working with SVP to be very rewarding and very challenging at the same time. We needed the work. It was difficult work to be done, but having partners in that process was really helpful to me. So initially, Wild Plum's worked with SVP for about 15 years at this point, but initially, in our initial investment with them, we ended up being positioned to be able to apply for over $3 million in federal grants. We received those. We doubled the size of our program, and it was the work that we did with SVP leading up to that that really positioned us to be ready for that change. As we were applying for the $3 million worth of grants, I was under a tremendous amount of pressure. I was doing that work basically by myself. I think that for me, with SVP, having Dennis especially as a lead partner, but the other partners as well, gave me someone to speak to. It gave me someone that I could confide in. When you're an executive director, you're kind of alone, and it's hard to do that with your staff. So it gave me a person that I could reach out to and just say, things are awful, and he could help me get through that. There are so many other pieces to SVP, and I've had the opportunity to take advantage of many of those over the last 15 years. I've worked directly with one-on-one coaching with Roland Evans, which was fantastic. He did a lot of teamwork, team building work with my management team. I was a part of an executive director group where we got together and talked about different topics and were able to support each other. I'm on the board of directors, so I've been involved in lots of different ways, and at every turn that I'm involved, I'm just continually impressed.
So about 6 years ago, we started working with SVP at a time that we were really struggling. Organizationally, we kind of lost our focus, and we needed some extra perspective to be able to figure out how to take the next leaps forward. Social venture partners helped us by developing a strategic plan so we could figure out the guardrails of what's in scope and what's out of scope, which was hugely impactful. Now today we're in a situation where we're helping more than 70,000 people per year conserve natural resources, saving water, conserving energy, reducing waste, and our impact's never been higher, our financials are strong, and we're in as strong a position as I can recall. It's been incredibly positive working with SVP because working with so many leaders in various industries, we're able to tap into the insights we needed to help take us from where we were to where we wanted to go. I think sometimes organizations get stuck in a rut, especially ones that have been around for as long as we have. After 4 decades, we needed to figure out what the future looked like. SVP allowed us to be able to bring in some outside perspectives and some independent viewpoints to help us really decide what the future could look like. And as a result, the future's looking bright.
Well, when I started as CEO at the YWCA 2.5 years ago, it was one of the first groups that I heard about because we had just applied for a grant and to be an investee for SVP. So what I knew about them, I loved the model, that it was really bringing together skill-based volunteers using their knowledge and years of experience to really be able to accelerate nonprofits. We started with SVP really working on a strategic plan. That strategic plan has led to the new outdoor learning area space that we're in today. It's led to 2 brand new classrooms for 24 families to be able to have affordable quality childcare. It has made it possible for this organization to be really healthy and viable looking into the future. To me, it feels like you have this wealth of resources at your fingertips. It really has helped us as a staff, where we've had projects where we needed somebody who had talented knowledge in, let's say, finance, or we had a legal question, or we were putting together a strategic plan. It's having this incredible support of really knowledgeable individuals who are there to really help guide us through that and act as a team. You know, when I really think about what creates a successful community, it's about how you bring together all of the knowledge and the resources and really leverage that. And I believe that SVP just infuses this incredible model into our community. We would not be able to be doing the work we're doing today in this community without SVP.